Oh,
Yo, yo, we here. Head for the Hills podcast.
yes, sir.
How you doing today, my brother?
Man, I'm doing all right. What about you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Another day, another dollar. You know how that go. So, we got a few topics that we're going to go over today. You want to jump right into it?
Right into it.
Let's get it. What you want? What you want to talk about first, man? You got some interesting topics we're going to go over.
Uh, Let me see. Let me see. All right, like this one, we probably won't spend too much time on it, but what you think about them double XL freestyles, man?
All right, so when you first brought the topic up, about an hour later, I went to go watch them Jones. A couple times too. You know, you never really can just hit something on the first time too. Know what I mean?
Correct.
So I listened to first and foremost, they don't have like just one video with all of them on there for some strange reason. Don't really know what that's about.
I
So
will say that might be because I don't think they're fully done yet. And I'll about to say,
ah,
after you go, I'll say my piece.
okay. Okay. Yes, I didn't know that. So I listened to I found two videos. One video had four people on it. I forget their names. I know Coy Ray, Lakia,
DDG,
yeah, DDG, and
and I
then
think the fat guy was Maury.
okay, more. Okay, yeah. And then the other video had Tusi, is that his name?
Yep.
And what was the other guy's name?
Blast.
Blast, right? Because he went first, and then Tusi.
Yep.
So since that's a smaller video, my piece on the small video, Blast and Tusi, I kind of like Blast. He's all right, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat, yeah, all right, you know, like nothing like damn, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My first initial thought of Tusi was like, at first, from first glance, I thought it was Kale from Keenan and Kale. I'm like, yo, he looks
He
like
got like
a
a wacky dress style like him too. Like even though it was Dior, but it was like a Dior see-through raincoat type with
right, the bucket
yeah.
hat.
Right. And Kale was famous for the bucket hat, man.
So I'm like, oh, is that Kale? Is he rapping or what's going on? Um, I ain't gonna hold you. Didn't really like it too much. So I can harp on the other video, which was lengthier. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say I like Fat Cuz. We say his name Murray.
Yeah,
I,
something like that. Yeah.
I like him. He had like a lot of I don't. Does he? It sound like he was singing to me.
Right. He's very melodic.
Okay, yeah. So I like the melodic sound or whatever. You know, putting words together decently. I don't know what the process is when you're selected to be double XL. I don't know if they just be like, yo, you got 3 weeks to put something together, you got 2 days to put something. I don't know. But it seems like whatever time he had, he prepared well. It takes me to the female, not Coy Ray, but the other one. Was it Lakia?
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah, I think she's fire. First and foremost, I like the way she looked. You know, she got that beauty look to her. Rapping style was caught me off guard. You know, not top tier, anything like that, but very impressive though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I forget other cuz.
DDG.
Yeah, so clearly nothing memorable. I can't even remember his stick. And then of course Coy Ray, who people been saying arguably has the worst freestyle in the history of double XL freestyles. She looks like she didn't really try too hard, so I'm not gonna be like, yo, that's the worst thing ever. Because now if she was like putting in massive effort and it's super trash, that's one thing. But after seeing the video, it's just like, she's not really trying. And I can see she's more of a performer than she is, you know, a talent, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. And shout out to the white boy DJ, by the way. What's your take on that?
Man, I like the regular individual freestyles. I'm not sure if you had a chance to check them out. Like they had some videos with just them.
Okay, I didn't.
those were a lot better than I guess like the cipher type
Okay.
videos. And I say that I don't think they've done yet because it was like a few people, like a Ruby Rose, a Flo Millie, that had individual videos that didn't have a cipher. So I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. And
Okay.
like you said, like Blast definitely was a standout. I like we was in the party, we was listening to it, and nothing really grabbed me. But then,
Right.
like I said, in preparing for the podcast today, I listened to all the videos I can find. I listened to both ciphers, and I listened to each individual freestyle for all the people I can find. And Blast definitely was like a standout. Tootsie, like you said, definitely didn't really grab me. He was okay. Maury was straight. He had like some nice little one liners in there.
Mm-hmm.
DDG was a little bit better than I expected. Um, Lakia, I think that's how she been. I always say Lakia because I'm not too familiar with her, but I always heard her name because I always got my ear to the music far as my ear to the streets far as the music, but I never came across her music.
Okay.
But her yeah, you said her tone was nice. Um, Coily Ray. I didn't like her cipher freestyle. Like you said, she kind of just try to swag through it and then she just started twerking. But her other individual freestyle, I really liked. It was pretty good. Like not saying it was like great, and because like me, I try to like be realistic. Like these people, I think they make music better than they can like rap. Far
Right.
as like so, like rapping would be like something that'll like stand out in this type of settings. And
Oh,
I don't look for these people for bars and stuff like that.
okay.
So her first her individual freestyle or flow or whatever was like a lot better than the effort she put through in the cipher. And like
Okay.
this like I like the Flo Millie. I wish she'd been in the cipher. Her little individual freestyle was nice. Like she's like another female has like that type of swag, boss bitch type energy. And I like it. I love it.
Okay. That's good. So I definitely got to go and check on the individual videos. And then, of course, you get the likes of like Pooh Shiesty not being there.
Yeah, he had an individual one. Still, like I didn't really like that joint, even though he has a fire song with Black and Back in Blood. But like I said, I think most of these people kind of can make songs and make music more
Right.
than freestyle and rap and you know what I'm saying, showcase bars and stuff.
So do you feel like we're at a point now where they should kind of like change the format up and just let like the artist do a performance instead of keeping a traditional freestyle method going?
Yeah, like I said, like it's like you always gotta like evolve with your content. Like these people aren't made for that. Maybe if you had somebody who can do that, then showcase them on it.
Right.
But I find a creative way to showcase these people better who make music who aren't rapper bar heavy. You know what I'm saying? Have a better way to showcase them.
Right. Right. I completely agree with that. Definitely agree. Um do you so you know you say you did see a standout. So who else do you think from the group though has the potential to be like huge?
Oh, um, what's his name? I think Moray. He can be nice, like the melodic, like
Yeah.
that stuff is in right now, like the Roddy Rich and what's the other guy? I think yeah, that is Roddy Rich. Roddy Rich is the melodic dude from the West Coast who's like super hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like so that style is in. Like if he can just come up with some hits, he can make it. I think
Yeah.
Flo Millie is definitely gonna be a standout. I think she has it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
I would say Pooh Shiesty, but like his outside life, outside the music, might hinder that
Yeah, I agree. I
because
agree.
he was on the wave. You know what I'm saying? But like he's in jail right now.
Yeah. Free the Shice, Pooh
Yeah,
the Shiesty. Like you said, Fire Song, Back in Blood. That's Lord Dirk too, right?
yeah, yep.
So they're getting ready. Well, not him, but Lord Dirk's getting ready for an upcoming tour. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
they get things situated and that's successful. Want to wish all the success to brothers. You know, they gotta learn to stay out them streets, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
especially when you got the way to make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Leave that stuff alone, man. You can make way more money and stay on the streets through the music You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts. So yeah, that's good for them brothers. Like I said, I gotta go back and check out them individual freestyles. I appreciate you putting me on to that one.
Oh, no problem, man.
Before we jump off the double XL, I don't know who Flo Millie is. Does she look good?
Yeah, she looks pretty good. She's like kind of like the same kind of style as like the Lakaya chick, like a nice little skinny slim chick,
Okay.
nice colorful hair. I
Okay.
think she's like out of like New York, New Jersey, or something like that area. I think.
Oh man, damn, they done got to New York too, man. Oh man.
Yeah, so yeah, she's pretty dope.
Okay. If I had to guess, because I look at Coyle Ray's her like what she had on her style, I would have guessed that she was from New York.
I'm not sure what she is. You know, like with these celebrities, I want to say she's the daughter of Benzino.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think so. I think she's like the daughter of Benzino.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So that's Midwest. Okay, cool. All right. So what we got? What we got next? We're getting to touch on a little bit of what happened last night with the finals, or
Yeah, man, we definitely can do that, man.
yeah. So those listening, that was game 4.
Yep.
109-103, Milwaukee Bucks. What's that? 42 points from Chris Middleton. 26 and I think 14 from Giannis. Just because I believe he's with the mob, I'm just going to throw this out here, even though it's nothing to throw out here. 4 of 20 from Drew Holiday. Devin Booker, well, he had 42 points too, I believe, right?
Yeah, he definitely had a 40 burger.
Yeah, so 42 points as well. Got away with a couple of questions. Okay. Got away with a little something. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul, he let a couple of turnovers get away,
with the mob.
Yeah, that's definitely mob.
With the mob.
So first thing I want to talk about is, did you see the block?
Yes. It's funny. I definitely want to make this a topic within a topic. But yes, I did see the block.
So how you feel about the block?
Man, like me, you know me, like when I was up this morning washing clothes. So I'm watching, what I'm saying, First Take and Undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
And like people like, especially on Undisputed, Skip was hating on the block. He called it like a 3 out of 10. Then after being persuaded, he bumped it up to a 4 out of 10. Bruh. Like that jump is just as good, if not better, in my opinion, than to the LeBron dunk. And I'll articulate this. I know this could be blasphemy, but like being sandwiched in between two people, you gotta respect Devin Booker. Devin Booker is dropping people off tonight. You gotta respect it.
And he good.
And then for him, because when he was checking, he was checking Devin Booker up around probably right above the free throw line.
Yeah, right to free throw, yep.
To get all the way back to the baseline, you don't really have a chance to look and see where DeAndre Ayton is. He could track the ball a little bit, that might help out. But to turn all the way around and get all ball and no foul, and that's pretty much off the Uzi verse. So he ain't really get a running start.
Yeah, he got the regular 1-2. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an amazing play. And I know
and you left out that he had to go at least 11 feet up in the air.
Yeah. Because he met him at the apex.
It was well above the 10-foot rim.
Yeah. He met him at the little box indicator. Yeah. That's where you want to hit it for like the bank shots and free throw and the layups. He met him at the top of that box. So yeah, definitely left that out. And I think Ayton is a little bit taller than Giannis, right?
Yeah, about 2-3 inches. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like, Skip was like hating, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, the LeBron block was amazing, but you had the whole play to develop out in front of you. You're stalking the prey. He doesn't even know you're coming. And then you have J.R. Smith, who took a swipe at him, who made Iguodala double pump that jump to give LeBron a chance enough to come back and get it.
Right.
While that is a great, amazing play, but like I said, like Giannis is kind of on the island because you gotta respect the person who's dropped like 40. and then to turn around in a split second, you gotta like find and locate the ball. And he did not foul him. It wasn't like, oh, let's let him play.
Right.
He did not foul him low, high, or nothing. That was his amazing block. That was a great play, bro.
That excellent. And if they go on to win this series, that's going to be one of the ones for the history books.
Definitely.
So, speaking of letting them play,
though I seen a meme where they said that Devin Booker had 42 points and 8 fouls.
What do you feel like now? Obviously, the ref came out and said that he felt like Devin Booker got all ball. Now we already know what play we're talking about. The Drew Holiday drive in. Devin Booker literally like wraps him up.
Yeah, he wrapped him up with the other hand. I want to say maybe that was the right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then still fouled him with the left hand.
Yeah, so it's no matter what
opportunities for a foul.
right. No matter what angle you're looking from, he's fouling him on both sides.
It's on the fast break, so all eyes are on that.
Right.
And what makes it so bad is like, granted, they're all fouls. So like all the PJ Tucker stuff, you can clearly you see that clearly. But that on the obvious fast break, you missed that.
Facts.
It did even on a Giannis putback. You could have called a foul on Chris Paul.
Uh-huh.
But like, I don't know, you know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist guy.
Okay.
And I'm like, come on, bro. Like they tried everything at the end to make goddamn Phoenix win that joint, bro. And then later on the play, Chris Middleton took it to the rack. Granted, he tried to go up straight. But it was a little bit of contact. That could have been
that was a foul. That was also a foul.
Yeah,
a tough way to go for Chris Middleton to get that tough bucket, and that's like, and it's like because we've been saying this the whole playoff run. It's like that's what you got to do to go win a championship. Like stop crying for the fouls all the time. Like yeah, a nigga might wrap you up and stuff. It's nothing you could do if a nigga wrap you up like that Drew Holiday thing. But the other one that Chris Middleton had, go get a bucket. Get a tough bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Play to the whistle. You can complain all that during the dead ball, but like you can't lose sight while the ball is still in play.
Right. And speaking of mob, Chris Paul had 5 turnovers last night. The Suns had 17 in total. But did you see the last turnover?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Is like 5. Then it was like the timing of the turnovers and the type of turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the point guard. You know what I'm saying? I know people ain't perfect, but like he was doing like stuff like Trey was doing it. Trey is young. Like Chris, you too old and seasoned to be making stuff like that. And that last play, he wasn't even touched.
Just slipping off the ball.
Yeah, and like, clutch.
Do you understand like what we trying to do right now?
Right.
Right.
If you gonna be missing shots, one thing you can't do is turn the ball over.
Facts. So that's back-to-back games. I think he's finished with like 10 points or something like that, and a bunch of. They said that ESPN. This is courtesy ESPN. The first 3 rounds of the playoffs, he's had I think 12 or 13 turnovers combined, and he already has 17 4 games into the finals.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. It's like nothing can take nothing away from Chris Paul. Chris Paul is Chris Paul. He's a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'll be wanting to see what happened in these big moments, see how people respond or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stuff that elevates people on my list up a notch or whatever.
Right. So, because when the Suns made the final, not even made the finals, when the Suns weren't the first game, maybe even game 2, one thing I noticed on Twitter is that Chris Paul got like a lot of support from fellow basketball players. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And fans in general. Like nobody really supports like Giannis. Obviously, last night, a lot of the stars were reacting to the block.
Mm-hmm.
But look what he had to do to get like somebody to say,
right.
Like when Giannis went back-to-back 40-point games and You see, he making history. Only KD and LeBron did this, and only Jordan did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody saying nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because I mean, the fan favorite is Chris Paul. Like everybody feels like Chris Paul is deserving of this. He's been such a professional guy. He's been such a solid guy for 16 seasons or whatever. So he's taking a back seat to the Chris Paul story. That you know, what I'm saying everybody want this fairy tale ending for Chris Paul. So I mean, that's partially why.
Right. Okay. I get it. That makes sense.
But I will say, kudos to Giannis, bro. I know
Yeah,
I make my jokes about Giannis,
we all do.
but he's been balling like crazy this playoffs, and to come back from that hyperextension and seemingly doesn't really miss too much of a beat. And that's the type of toughness and stuff I like that I elevate people on my favorite list.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take a dig at, you know what I'm saying, Kyrie. Like you had like this guy come back up from a hyperextension and ball. Trey missed a couple games with a bones bruise. You have a sprained ankle and you just sit out all them games. Like, come on, man, it's the playoffs. You gotta come get it, man.
Yeah, got to. That all happens. It comes with mentality. So the series is tied 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
When Giannis initially first came back, game 1 of the finals, he only took 6 shots the entire game. So, do you think if he came out clicking on all cylinders game 1 up until now, the Bucks will have a 3-1 lead?
It's a very possible. It's a good possibility, man. Like I said, that guy's a monster. If he comes out doing his thing, and like he facilitates the way he facilitates because he draws in the defense,
Mm-hmm.
and you never know, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why they were like kind of like my favorites going into the finals, and it sucks that he had to have that injury that probably made him tentative and not come out aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Trying to work his way back
Mm-hmm.
into the game. But like you said, man, how you feel?
I one as many jokes as I make on about Giannis, I have him high up on my current favorite player list because on my list I have like just it's a bevy of two-way players.
Okay.
So obviously, first and foremost, my favorite player in the league right now is Kawhi. In no particular order, the rest goes as like Katie, Katie, obviously, and then it's Klay Thompson, it's Giannis, it's Jokic, just a bunch of two-way, players. You know what I mean? So as much as we rag on Giannis, like, damn, he can't make free throws. Be shooting air balls, free throws, 3-pointers, mid-range air balls. Like, if he was to get this championship, I feel like it'd be almost like scary times. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to improve. He doesn't have like the Ben Simmons mindset. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I love about him.
Yeah, he keeps it real. He's like a hard worker. He like just puts his head down and he's gonna go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like even last night when they was asking him about the block, and he said that he thought he was about to get dunked on, and his survival instincts kicked in. You know what I'm saying?
True. Because you can remember, my boy Collins posterized him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he says that that's a part of the game. Oh, so another thing about Giannis, and we've talked about this the last couple of games. He finally gave an explanation as to why he checks out very, very early in the first quarter. Did you hear that?
I don't think I did.
Okay, so last night after the game, a reporter asked the last 3 games, other than game 1 of the finals, you check out 1 to 2 minutes into the first quarter of the game. Is there anything going on that we should know about? His response was, in order to prepare for the finals and coming off like an injury, he overhydrates himself, which throws off his rhythm. So he has to leave early sometimes to go use the bathroom. So the three games that he's checked out early, he just has to go pee and then he's back.
Okay.
Yeah, so nothing, crazy
Nothing
there.
serious, nothing mental. Okay.
Yeah, he's just overhydrated.
Okay. Yeah, man, gotta go take a tinkle.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back, y'all. Yeah. But nah, game 5 is Saturday night in Phoenix. What you
Pivotal game 5, man.
definitely pivotal game 5. And so many, I guess not so many ways, because I almost feel like this is essentially a must win
Definitely.
for Phoenix. The Bucks, if the Bucks lose game 5, I still feel like they can still a game 7 as long as they can get back there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Phoenix, one, that you're in the finals, and that means you lost 3 games in a row, which I feel like is pretty much the end all be all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see how Monty Williams adjusts.
Yeah. I think he can adjust too. I want to give kudos to him too. Like, as me, I don't watch coaching and stuff that much. But he tried his best to monitor Devin Booker. And Devin Booker just kept making bonehead plays. And he was I think when he got his full foul, took him out. And he put him back in. He didn't wait too long to put him back in because the Bucks were surging.
Right.
So and I like how he did that. Instead of like waiting for the Bucks to go up by like 5 or 10, he put them up while they still had like a small lead. And then Devin Booker, still in rhythm, kept them at bay. And then Devin Booker goes out and makes the dumb play, tries to hit stick
PJ Tucker. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Going for a rebound, and fifth foul, got to sit back down. But I definitely want to give a shout out to Monty Williams.
Yeah.
Potomac alumni.
All right, so perfect segue there. Speaking of alumni, Ben Simmons could be a Philly alumni very soon.
Needs to be.
Yeah,
needs to be.
Definitely needs to be. No, we've been discussing some trades, rumors as far as he goes, the last few days, and Philly's trying to fleece everybody. It seems like, you know what I mean. What do you feel is a good, I guess, value for Ben Simmons? Like, what do you feel like they should be able to get back in return?
I mean, my value think is gonna be low now after we done seen what we've seen. They should have got rid of him when they had a chance to. Like, if that was a real offer, you could have got Harden for him.
Oh yeah.
Like, granted, I know you don't want to give up on the first round pick so early, but even if Ben Simmons develops a jumper a little bit offense, he's not going to be James Harden. He should have made that deal.
Yeah.
So now I don't know what you think you're going to get. Like, the whole world seeing Ben Simmons show up small in the grand stage. I don't know what you expect to get. And like these offers that they say Philadelphia wants, multiple first round picks and pretty much every star and role player on the team. Good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
What you think is value? What you think they can get back?
Like you said, man, we all just witnessed like what happened. You know what I mean? If I was to come to you and you sell cars and you sell me like a BMW brand new, and I crash it, and now I'm trying to sell it for damn near full price.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it doesn't work like that. Like, they're saying the right things. Like, oh, he's gonna get in the gym. He know what he had to do to improve. But that doesn't improve value.
Right.
Like, improvement just improves value.
Right.
So if they're gonna sell, they gotta sell to a team. Like, yeah, we know this isn't like a superstar. Even though he has the hype of one, he gets treated like one, all-star games, blah, blah, blah. But we know Now, when we need this nigga the most, not even when we needed him the most, because the whole series, game 1, it's like 5 points, or game 3, 7 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not scared to shoot and all that. And you can't have him on the court because he can't make free throws.
And he giving up open dunks and layups because he think people there, so he don't want to shoot free. Like, yeah, just like it's just the deals that they've been requesting. The whole Damian Lillard and Carmelo and this, man, I wouldn't. How much does he even get paid? I'm quite sure he's on a max contract, right?
Yeah, he got a bag.
I wouldn't even trade for him at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I'm a team, like, I have no use for him. I know, like, people want to get creative, and I'll put him at the 5, put him at the, you know what I'm saying. But still, those efficiencies don't go away. He still can't make free throws. He still is not valuable on offense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. My team, no. Now, if somebody else
as a starter, no.
Yeah, if somebody else want to acquire him and they need to, got to do a 3-team trade, and I'm getting something else in the deal, maybe. But other than that, I wouldn't.
It got to be like super creative or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like Philly might have to, air quotation, take the losing end of a deal to offload that contract. But like, you do that now and prepare for the future. Maybe sooner than later you can get some pieces to put around Embiid.
Yeah, there's a massive free agency next summer. You know what I'm saying? With the likes of like Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, a few people have opt-out clauses. So you can easily, not easily, but you can try to just persuade somebody else to come to town. Keep the rest of the team intact. Steph Curry, maybe, I don't know about Dwight Howard and Danny Green. Not sure what their contracts looking like. You got the young pieces and Maxey and Thibault, and you got the centerpiece and B. Just keep the team intact. So when you sit down with a free agent and be like, yo, you just a missing piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then once you sell them on that, you just see where they go. Even though I feel like Bradley Beal I feel like it's a foregone conclusion he's going to sign with the Celtics, and I'm not just like being biased. But I feel like if you sit Bradley Beal down, like that would be a good situation for him in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just want to keep yourself prepared to strike when you can. So,
like you said, that could be a good situation for a lot of shooters, and you know what I'm saying, to have a dominant big man like that. Like, look how much attention he requires. That means, you know what I'm saying, be do a little bit of playmaking, find you wide open. That's easy money right there.
Easy money. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see. Hopefully they don't take all freaking summer to to get a deal done, and we could just see what's going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the front. What else we got today?
Man, we got a bevy of topics, man. We can stay in sports with the Sherman, or we can go into other topics like the content creators, TikTok. We got a nice verses coming up.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, let's do the Richard Sherman thing.
Okay.
So you sent me the link to the 911 call. So before we even get into the actual situation, I want to say that I feel like the dispatcher was kind of out of hand a little bit.
100%. Like, that person should be fired, suspended, or something. Like, the fuck are you? Who are you talking to?
Right.
I know you want to keep people calm so you can get the right information out, but like, she was a little bit too sassy for me.
Yeah, and that's not. I feel like you're not supposed to be nowhere near that, especially once a person kind of alludes to what the situation is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely should be fired. If not fired, a lengthy suspension without pay. And So what do you feel about the Richard Sherman thing though? Once you get to the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, like you said, get to the nitty gritty of it. You know what I'm saying? Me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Richards, for the most part, has been clean cut off the field.
Okay.
So I definitely wanted to hear more about the story. But now I still want to hear more. But now I'm leaning more towards maybe he was just like wilding, he was drunk, and then hearing, you know what I'm saying, him wanting to try to fight family members, her family members, and all that. I don't know what provoked him to do that, but like, yeah, he's wild, and I hope he's all right. Hope he get the help he needs. He was like trying to run away from police officers, and then you had to stick the dogs on him and all that.
Right.
Yeah, not a good look, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, they said he was drunk. He was tussling with what, his wife's uncle or somebody like
Yeah,
that.
yep,
Okay. Threatening to kill himself,
yeah, yeah.
which
Yeah, thing remind me. That's another alarming thing, though. That's crazy.
yeah. So when you're drunk, I guess you tend to not make stuff up. So if he said that, that's probably been in his mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did catch a clip of Undisputed when they were talking about this morning. Shannon Sharp did make a good point where he says that they feel like mental health experts should also be like close by when people call about situations like that. And I completely agree, because when somebody's talking something like that, like suicide, you know, when police show up, they don't really know how to talk to people like that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And they definitely
So
don't know how to talk to Alcon at all.
yeah, facts. No matter what stage you're on, even if it is Richard Sherman, you know what I mean? So yeah, I completely agree with what he said like that. I kind of feel like it's going to be some, you know, mental health, but at the same time, I have a little bit of conspiracy theorist in me too. So I really feel
Ooh,
like,
like a head.
I really feel like, you know, they don't want mental health experts like nearby. They want to see like certain people go crazy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like you said, I really hope he gets the help he need. Is he out of jail yet? I heard they were holding him quite lengthy.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I didn't hear if he got cause I think he got denied bond or something like that. So he still might be there. I think he's supposed to see the judge today, something like that. So I don't know.
Okay, so well, we'll probably be out today then somehow, some way, on the next couple of days. Hope for, like you said, just get the help he deserves. Want to see him on the roster sometime this year. I know this is going to come with a suspension
Yeah.
if he's even picked up by a team. Definitely want to send out good energy and prayers to Richard Sherman, y'all.
Yeah, definitely like Richard Sherman as a player. Definitely one of my favorite players.
Yeah, I grown to respect him, you know, because of the whole Revis thing. You know, I had to back my man Revis up. You
Respect,
know,
respect,
yeah, see,
respect.
you know. But other than that, though, yeah, he has a couple of moments in his career. The whole Crabtree thing, that was like a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
them talking trash to each other in a championship game, and
I love it though. You know, I love that type of stuff.
yeah,
And it was like I think it was like a slight story behind it or whatever. You know what
okay,
I'm saying? Like I think something had happened at one of the camp, like some type of football camp. You know what I'm saying?
oh, okay,
Yeah, and I think maybe Crabtree tried to play Sherman or something like that. So I know it's like since he's like the lightning rod, he gets like a lot of the maybe like the negative energy towards him. But I
mm-hmm.
like I said, like most of that stuff, I don't think Richard like brought it on to himself. Like I know he blew up on Skip, but like some certain players get tired of you just keep talking trash and like what is like people looking like what does Skip have ever done to be talking about me? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here
Right.
balling, you still hating. Like how you gonna say that dunk was a 4 out of 10? Like come on, Skip, you can't do nothing like that. Right? That's crazy. So no, like I used to didn't like Sherman too until I like start looking into him and like little documentaries and stuff like that, and came came from a rough upbringing and to go to Stanford, you know what I'm saying? Good grades, scholarship, and all that. I rock with dude, man.
Yeah, definitely a stand-up guy. So Hopefully, I want to see him on a roster, man. You know, I know you getting to that age, you know, where as a cornerback, you know, teams get to looking at you like, yo, you might have lost a step, especially because he had them lower extremity injuries.
Right. He wasn't one of the fastest guys. So then to take an injury like that, ugh.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a big deal, but it got to be like something there because we've seen like pre-mid cornerbacks turn into safeties.
True.
But not a lot though.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you think it's a pride thing because maybe that'll be the next step for him if he was to stay in the league to play safety.
I mean, I don't know if it's a pride thing. They're like same thing I was just telling one of my homies, like that might not be one of the easiest things to convert to, man. Like, cause like I don't I mean he's kind of a hitter. I know he's in that Legion of Boom thing, but like you playing
Well,
safety,
he
you got
wasn't.
like
He wasn't the boom in the
right,
Legion of Boom.
right.
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
you being a safety, you got to lay some boom. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You
That's
got to
facts.
deal with these Nick Chubbs and Derrick Henrys and stuff like that. But I don't know. He definitely got the brains and the coverage skills to do it.
Yeah,
I won't be mad at it.
yeah. I kind of feel like, well, yeah, he is rather small. I mean, you think about the pre-med safeties. I want to say outside of like Palomalu, but even he still has some torque to him, though. You know what I'm saying?
He'll lay the boom on you.
Yeah. So
Like look at the guy Byron Jones had
right.
all the measurables and all that, but just stunk it up at safety. Finally put him at corner. He was like he was a I won't say lockdown, but he was a damn good corner. Didn't really give up too many touchdowns. Like at the end of the year, earned a big payday in Miami.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah. How old is Richard Sherman? He's about 35 or something, right?
Yeah, he got to be he got to be close to like 35, 36, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So hopefully he's invested his money well. Hopefully he gets the help he need. The suicide thing kind of.
Yeah, that kind of alarmed me. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
maybe he's going through something.
Yeah. So.
I know, maybe. Yeah.
Facts. So yeah, hopefully he gets that professional help. Hopefully he's not too much pride or ego or anything. It's nothing to be ashamed about. We all need a little help. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah, and like something we didn't mention, like I know he wasn't like a premier ball handler, but still, you take hits though. I don't know. Maybe this could be a product of CTE. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I kind of feel like no matter what position you play,
You bang heads at some point, trying to make tackles and you know what I'm
right,
saying, stuff like that,
right,
or even just getting thrown to the ground. Your neck snap back, hit the ground. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's gonna cause some stuff to rattle around, man. And that type of that language to kill myself, and you know what I'm saying. And God rest his soul. That's what Junior say out. You know what I'm saying? How we didn't say
right,
out.
right. And somebody that played for the Chiefs, right, a few years ago.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
if I remember correctly, I think a player did commit suicide in front of one of the coaches. I think.
Oh yeah, in the parking lot. Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yeah.
yeah. So, and then we're not blaming football either because it's regular people out here who kill themselves every day with
Right.
no CTE. So, it the point is just to get some mental help.
Correct.
That's it. So now that did we cover all the sports things before we jump into like the creative side of things?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe
Okay,
so.
yeah, we got the Ben Simmons versus Sherman. We did the finals. Wrestling hasn't happened yet. Yeah, so want to switch gears to the content creators shifting gears.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. So this is something that me and you both have experience in.
Yep.
We're both content creators, and more recently, there's been a lot of content creators getting away from creating content. It's definitely a physical, mental grind. You know what I mean?
You 100%.
And that's just us saying that, and these guys are like way deeper in the trenches than we are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you could just imagine the toll it's taking on them. So why do you feel like even at the apex of a person's run, you know, they got a bajillion million followers, the money is, you know, they got condos, cars, and all of that type of stuff. Why do you feel like it's so easy for people to like just jump off that mountain and to stop creating content?
Ave, I wish I could tell you, brother. Like I don't know. I don't know. At least with one thing I would say, well, at least with Cornell, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's one of the content creators that kind of inspired this topic. At least he's going to be doing something else. He's still going to be making content. But there's
Right,
a lot of people who just quit making content cold turkey.
right,
And I just don't get it. Like it's like it'll be like it's like the equivalent to someone getting a Super Bowl and just retiring in your prime.
right,
I don't understand. I can't make sense of it. I wish I could. And it's like I don't know. Like if I could be selfish, it's like a little irritating. Like how man, you wish we could be in that position, and then for somebody who could just easily just throw it away like that.
right, right. So why does it feel like that? I know this isn't 100% true, but from my perspective and maybe even from yours, why does it feel like the people who would know what to do with that kind of platform never really are put into that position? Whereas though the people who could just leave cold turkey probably didn't even want to do it from Jump Street, like always seem to have those platforms.
I don't know. I mean, it might speaks to like you said, they don't know what to do with it. Like they ain't expect to be there. They don't love it. Maybe that's kind of why it's so easy for some people to walk away from it. And
Yeah.
like I said, I wish like a lot of content creators like us can be in that position, man. Because I know like I know I don't work nearly as hard as I could and should. But you, my friend, hats off. You work hard as hell. You have like 2 or 3 podcasts. You work sketch comedy, gaming channel, like cooking. You do it all. You make music. You do it all, bro. Like someone like you should definitely be in that position. And I know you'll like thrive. You'll take off with it. Like for you
Yeah.
to be working this hard, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you had like how like I think the doing Corey Kenshin, who's like a gaming YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
hit 10 million and then walk away. Like I can only imagine what you could do with 10 million subscribers.
Right, right, and it's like first and foremost, I appreciate like everything you just said.
No problem, bro.
But it's like, you know, it's kind of like what Cornell was alluding to, which is like why he wants to stop doing like the short skits and he wants to focus on like making TV shows and movies. It's because once you hit that amount of following, like I think Cornell has around 5 million, but you know, 5 million, 10 million subscribers. Like Cornell said, you don't need the industry. You are an industry at that point.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like, man, to be in that position where not only could you like entertain people, where you can start to like get the ball going in the right direction to help change the world. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it's just so much. Even if you don't want to do comedy no more, like you can get on there making positivity videos for people, or just any little thing to help like that following. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So yes, it's very interesting. I kind of feel like, huh?
Nah, go ahead.
I kind of feel like you just got to be in a position. Now I know it's a lot of mental health that probably goes into some of these decisions. So if that's the case, then that's one thing. But
Hmm.
for a person that's just like, I mean, I just wanted to do this just to prove I could do it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, or give it to somebody else who's scratching and clawing.
True. True.
But what
But
were you
like I
gonna
said,
say?
My biggest gripe isn't with Cornell.
Right.
Like I just had like, if I could interject small criticism, is like because he mentioned he want to do films and movies. Like
Hmm.
that stuff takes a while to create,
Right.
especially at the level he's going to be doing. I know he's going to put out amazing movies and films, so it's going to take a while. And in this microwave society, I just hope his followers stay down, stay 10 toes down, and support him on this journey, this transition. But in the meantime, I think he should still kind of do the skits or maybe vlogging or something to feed those fans. Because like
Facts.
you never know, like with this algorithm based social media, like if you don't support the streets, you know what I'm saying, you can have a dead channel like fairly quickly, you know. Because like
Facts.
I follow a gamer, two popular gamers
Hmm.
from a few years ago. You know, Fortnite when Fortnite was at its peak and it was blowing up. Um, two famous streamers named Daquan and TSM Hams.
Okay.
Great content creators. And I think they were kind of dealing with like health and mental health issues. Granted, take your time. But like when they kept trying to like come back and they weren't getting those same numbers.
Ah,
And they weren't gone, you know what I'm saying, like too long. Like maybe they post a video stream and then be gone for a couple of months. And then you don't have them same numbers. And each time that number is cut. So like with him, if it's just something simple as you want to make different content, I would say still try to feed the streets. Like I said, this is a time maybe like you can kill two birds with one stone. You can work with some other content creators.
mm-hmm.
You can help somebody out, and then you can still have content for your page with less work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
they got the ideas, and you can just, you know what I'm saying, film a skit or two with them. Bam, and then like you can work out a deal. Like, look, I'll put you on, but like I want at least put this on my content page as well. You know what I'm saying? And then you can still be focusing on your movies and films. I just hope his fans follow him on his journey.
Facts. I completely agree with everything you said. And I definitely hope that he got some genuine supporters that's willing to wait it out. I like the idea of the vlogging thing.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like that'd be a good, not a complete feeling as far as content goes, but it's an awesome feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, um, I know we talked about vlogs for like the longest. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I really didn't get into like watching vlogs until I started making my own. And then it's like I was able to just be like, oh, let me see what somebody else doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And oh, let me see how they doing this or how they doing that. So yeah, hopefully he does, keep up with the vlogs. I will watch Cornell vlogs. This is a genuinely funny dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that'll be. I'll always be a fan, even though if you ask people around here, I always say if I ever seen Cornell, I would smack fire out of him because he always makes so many videos with Courtney Elise, and I got like a big crush on her. You know what I'm
Yeah, he be here. No disrespect to the ladies, but he be having some baddies,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah. Which is hopefully he keeps them around too. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah. Like I said, you can work with them, and then you can content. You still have content on your page, and I mean, I'm not sure his position, like if he does his own editing and stuff like that. But if you just have like you know what I'm saying, like a homeboy, or maybe another a way to give a good look. If you have somebody who's aspiring to do YouTube, hey man, look, you stay near me, I'll give you an intern job. You can film me and you can edit and for the vlogs. And that'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, definitely you just doing your regular day life. Or you can this could be like behind the scenes footage of making your films, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just ways you can feed the streets. Like I was saying, I just hope he don't go cold turkey.
Yeah, yeah. And then that would also allude to something being wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he was to go cold turkey. So then that would be like a red flag. So definitely on the lookout of seeing like what's next for him. And a few other because like, now it's kind of like a domino effect. He kind of had like this big, you know, I ain't gonna say he broke Instagram, but like a lot of people was like reacting to that. You know what I'm saying?
As they should. He's a big deal. He said like 5 million subscribers.
Yeah.
So somebody saying they walked away from doing something they love. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And we've literally been watching Cornell for like the last 6-7 years. I know you've been doing content for like 8, 9, 10 years, but I've been watching him for the last 6, 7 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It might take a
So
little while to get on the radar, you know what I'm saying? Because he out the West Coast.
right. So yeah, we'll definitely see
It
how
was just
that
like
will.
alarming. He was saying like he was selling his equipment and stuff like that. So you
Man,
still need equipment to make films, right?
well, he's probably not selling everything,
Okay.
but man, he had a video and man, it was I want to say a baker's rack. You know the old school baker's rack where it's like 3-4 little shelves,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just equipment all on each shelf, like cameras, it's microphones, cords, and tripods, and yeah, it was saying he was selling everything. So unless he's going to work for a production company or something, I really think he's going to keep like probably a couple of cameras, you know what I'm saying? His best cameras, and then microphones, and then just go from there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But as far as like, I guess a super setup for the house, he probably doesn't need that stuff anymore. Who knows? Wish I was close to him. Wish I was out there. Could have bought some of that stuff. Get something on the humble, man, in case you're throwing something away. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hook it up.
So as far as the content creators stepping away from the content, we also have the other side of content creators when it's protesting the platform in which they feel like their content is involuntarily being pushed away. And that will bring up TikTok.
Yeah.
So there's been a growing number of reports, and I know you read up on this as well, that black TikTokers, I feel like they're being treated unfairly compared to the counterpart platformers. You read about this?
You say what?
Have you read about it?
I watched the video. You know me, I'm on videos and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm hip though. I'm hip.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Have you ever, even outside of TikTok, have you ever felt like you created some content and there's been like some fishy business going on as far as like how the algorithms and stuff are set up?
Yeah, I would. For me, it was. I don't think I was discriminated against, but it's just like I said. I have an old channel. Like I've been making YouTube, for like a while now. I can't even remember. Maybe like 15 years or something like that. I've been like sporadically on YouTube.
Yeah, wow.
And I made like a nice 2K video, like one of my what's that called, mixtapes. When it was the thing to make mixtapes on 2K15, and like my junk wasn't getting enough views, but then I have an old dormant channel, like I said, because I'm sporadically I'll make videos here, then I might go away for a few years, and then I'm back with something. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't get the views I think it should get. But like, nah, not as far as like what they have to deal with, as far as like discrimination, like with them having active, popular, good videos and just not reaching the masses.
Yeah. Like I said, I had seen a white girl twerking video. It's a challenge going around. All the challenges kind of, at least the female challenges, kind of just come back around to girls twerking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or doing something with their ass that is going to garner the attention or whatnot. So there's like the newest challenge is I forget what the name of it is called, but it's basically you're twerking to this song or whatever, and you see plenty of white girls doing it, and I've noticed that there's not a lot of black girls doing it, but I'm starting to think that's because they're being banned. I seen a video, and I'm the kind of person like when I see like videos like that with the super bad chicks, I like to read like the comments to see what kind of jokes people making, what people saying and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And so this particular video, a lot of the comments were like, yo, I did the same video. They banned me. They banned me. They banned this and banned that. And you just notice that everybody's black. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a huge TikToker. You know, not by platform standards, but I have a nice following on TikTok. I got about 2,000 followers.
Okay, that's what's up.
Appreciate that. I got about 2,000 followers. Pretty active for the most part. I make like a few TikToks a week. Not an everyday person, maybe every other day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also be uploading like our original content on there, so that helps out as well. And I don't I don't even know, like, I've just been blindly on TikTok, so I don't know how algorithms work. I don't know like how stuff is set up. But when you have people complain about so many things like that, it's kind of like one of those situations where, okay, if there's smoke, there's fire. So I did see a video, and this was interesting to me to make me think everything's true. I seen a video where a guy
I think
he
I seen the same video.
where he was putting the Black Lives Matter in his bio and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and they was like say he was violating content and stuff like that. But then when he put the little white supremacist stuff in the bio or the neo-Nazi stuff in the bio, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I think when he was like applying for like, I guess like the content creator like to get verified or something like that.
okay.
Yeah, they kept rejecting it anytime he put anything black. But then when he put like anything white, it went through. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you I mean a whole entire platform can't be structured on racism, could it?
It looks like it is though, man. Like that's crazy. Like I said, like it'd be one thing just hearing somebody say it, but like you said, you're watching a video and he's typing it and try to submit it, and it's like oh terms, you know what I'm saying, violate this and that and the third, but he put anything white in there, pro white or whatever, it went through. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And but I mean, I don't know. Like I always kind of thought it was like that way because like me, I like I said, even being on YouTube, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So like I see like a lot of great black content creators, and they don't get nowhere near the amount of like subscribers that white YouTubers do. And like the guys I watch, like oh, shout out to Chase Money. I've
Okay.
been watching him since like Black Ops One.
Mm.
And like when I say this guy has like a great work ethic, like similar to you, he has two channels. Like one is like for current games, and one is for retro games.
Okay.
So he'll be actively doing both of those at the same time. So he'll be doing like a walkthrough, you know what I'm saying? Like for a whole bunch of different games. And he'll be playing the new playthroughs on one channel while playing 2K, while playing Madden, while doing a podcast.
Mm.
And I don't even think he has like 500,000 subscribers of all these years.
Wow.
Like he goes as far as like he's super entertaining. He even like say like if he plays Mortal Kombat playthrough,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to play through little story mode, he will dress up as Scorpion. He'll dress up as Sub-Zero. So like he has like the great quality content there. But for whatever reason, he won't grow. But like you'll see like these white or maybe even sometimes Asian gamers blow up overnight.
Right.
And
Right.
I always thought it was like something crazy with that.
Yeah. It hopefully if this because I like I said I think it's true too. Hopefully there's a way that somebody out there somehow some way can prove that this is what's going on, and that would like tear down the foundation of everything. Because
I wish they could, bro. I swear.
there's no way you can tell me that, you know, like granted I hate to be, I'm not gonna say I'm racist or sound racist or anything like that, but there's no way you can tell me that a lot of those people have more talent than black people.
They don't. and just sling it back to the TikTok thing. Like these white dancers are getting invited to like talk shows, Jimmy Fallon, for doing the same dance that people who originated the dance. And like no disrespect, like black people dance better than white people. You
Right.
dance better than your average white person.
Right.
So it's like we don't get those looks. It's like we gotta like have like a super outcry for the young lady who created the Renegade dance for her to get invited to the show and get invited to like All Star Game halftime. Like these white people up here doing the dance that they just straight copying from black TikTokers, and it's like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye out on. I kind of feel like if it gets too bad, then I'll probably just be like the fellow platformers on TikTok and just kind of protest as well, just to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're probably not going to care, and they want you off the platform anyway. But the more people start to leave the platform, maybe they'll do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll be dumb as hell. Like they hate us. They don't want us to be around, but we make stuff lit. And
Facts.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of they actually doing this. It's like I always said, man, we got so much power. If we was like to band together, we can like really affect some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is like a small thing with TikTok, but like they had like some type of study in the video I watched. They because like anything Meg does was like blowing up on TikTok. But
Mm-hmm.
the moment the black TikTokers start making dances for it, it didn't do the same amount of numbers or whatever. Because most of these white chicks can't come up with creative dances. They can barely dance.
Right.
But like now that I'm seeing that, because I wasn't really on TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But I see like one chick they interviewed who was saying all that stuff, and she was saying how like she got like tutorials. I didn't know they really do tutorials like that on you. Well, it makes sense on the TikTok, but like literally like saying, oh, hand down, hand up, twerk, and then like so of course they can pick it up quick and then they can do it. But like now that the black TikTokers aren't around, you can't make up dances, and you guys aren't going viral.
Right. Right. So you might can teach a person to an extent how to do the dance, but you can't really teach a person how to be creative.
Right, that's got to come within.
Right. So either way, they'll lose out either way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how things work out with that. Like I said, I definitely noticed like I think they said it's even a big discrepancy in pay from the monetized people, the verified people on there, and they were saying like black people get like I think 2/10 of what like a white person would get.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they get way more looks for us like endorsements and collaborations with other brands and all that shit too. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, this is just something to keep an eye on. I'm quite sure we'll touch on this down the line and whatnot. But yeah, might have to, take a talents involved there, man. That's it.
Yeah, man, we gotta like get our black tech people to start making our own apps, man.
That's very true. Very true, by the way. Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff is just not ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they doing a whole bunch of sketchy shit with it.
Yeah. So outside of the whole, we touched on the TikTokers making like dances and music and whatnot. Guess we can get into one of our last topics of the day, which we have a crucial, at least if you're a real hip hop fan, a crucial versus coming up on August the 3rd between the Diplomats, which consists of Cameron, Joel Santana, Jim Jones, and Freaky Zeke, and the Locks, which consist of Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheek Luch, the original Locks. Are you ready for this?
Man, I'm ready. I don't really watch too much versus. I think the last one I watched was the Soldier Boy and Bow Wow, but I'm definitely ready for this. I didn't think we would see Dipset in the verses.
Didn't think that either. Definitely didn't think that. In the back of my mind, I always kind of said like, I said, damn, Cameron would be Josh Sweet in the verses because one, he gonna catch a lot of people off guard by all the hits he got, and two, he got like 20 hits that could stand up to the right person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So this is for me. This is one where it's like it's a contrast of styles, kinda, because of course, you got the gritty. It's gonna be the gritty gangster street rap, but of course, Dipset brings like a lot more style and swag with theirs.
Yeah.
Versus like the locks just being like in your face gritty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So I'm huge fans of both, but super, super, super duper Dipset fan. Super like Cameron stan. And man, in middle school and high school, and a few years after high school, you couldn't tell me and my bros that we wasn't a part of Rockefeller with Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
just Cam's, music wise, Cam's in like my top 5. So Jadakiss, you know what I'm saying, very iconic figure. All with the whole locks for that matter, even though I feel like Sheik Luch and them don't get as much love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward just to the great memories. All these songs gonna bring back so many memories. I'm looking forward to, like, I know it's gonna be a spectacle. Like you said, it's gonna be at Madison Square Garden, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the spectacle and see who could bring out who, and nice surprises, and and just a little inside information. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it because, like, I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to Joe Budden and them.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Jones is he calls in, or they call him every now and then. And he was talking about the verses, and he had an interesting way he might attack somebody. But I think they was more so trying to set up for like G Unit. And
Right.
if the songs are like 15, if it's the songs like 20, he was saying they could do like the top 5 Dipset records. Jim get 5, Joel's get 5, and Cam get 5. And you know what I'm saying? Like their solo records. So I want to see how they attack, and I want to see what the locks can bring too. Like some stuff you might forgot about. Like, damn, I forgot they wasn't Bad Boy. They wasn't Rough Riders. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
see. I just want to see them all bring it together, and then, like you said, the style clash. What about you?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm definitely looking forward to like the style clash. I kind of feel like if G Unit was more of a cohesive group at this point in time, that versus would have been happening. But they had problems amongst each other. The whole Young Buck and 50 Cent thing.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not sure how close 50 Cent is with Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks. Even I know they're cool, but there still might be like some distance. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And then
50.
the thing? Do you bring Game in? I think 50 and Game had that thing. I think they kind of pieced it up, but 50 a knucklehead, man.
Yeah. So even though they kind of pieced it up, I kind of feel like he wouldn't have brought him in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the only reason Young Buck is even like in that convo is because he just had too much of an impact on G Unit because of Tony Yayo being in jail early on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like that if they were in a better space together, we would have seen Dipset versus G Unit, which we got a brief glimpse of in 2007 when Cameron and 50 Cent got into that beef, which was
Classic.
definitely classic. Two entertaining motherfuckers, like that's like beef you can appreciate. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would have voted for that. I would have paid money for that. But this isn't a this is an excellent plan B. You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Definitely want to see that too. The Dipset versus G on the definitely will rather see that. No disrespect to the Rock, legendary.
Yeah. The Cam versus 50. Joel's versus like Lloyd Banks, like yeah. But locks bring a certain, because it's almost like the Cameron. It's the Cameron equation. I look at it like, and the locks is like the same way. There's different variations of the locks, like you said, Bad Boy, the Rough Riders, and then more so like a few,
D-Block and all that.
yeah, more so like a few years ago of them making music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Cameron's the same way. He had the horse and carriage Cam with Mace,
Mm-hmm.
the Children of the Corn, which I think was Mace and Big L. Rest in peace, Big L. You had the Rockefeller Cam, and then you had the post Rockefeller Cam. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And even he still has like, he dropped the album earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
he has plenty of like ammunition, as well as the whole, like you said, Dipset. One thing you did say that was interesting is how they would attack this versus. So if they do something like very strategic, I feel like that would keep the door open for maybe a versus against G Unit down the line. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that versus. I don't watch too many verses either, but some verses I feel like you can't pass up on, and this would be one of them.
Right.
Live from the garden, man. Getting tickets?
I wish. Bro, boy.
Here you go. Here you go. All right. So I know you said you wanted to do a segment, the big up segment. That kind of feel like that can be the last segment, since we could probably
Yeah,
get
that's what I
out of
was
that.
thinking.
Yeah, so that would make more sense. So I was telling you about the segment I wanted to do called the What the Fuck Facts of the Day.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Hopefully next week I could be prepared and I can find me some, you know what I'm saying, something to contribute. I ain't got nothing this week.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
listen.
You good. So I actually was, I would suggest that, going forward, I would do one and you would do one. But since I kind of, sprung it on you at the last minute, pause, I got two.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one is, I'm gonna ask you, do you remember when Jay-Z and Nas was beefing?
Yes.
And you remember Jay-Z told Nas that his jungle was like a garden to him?
Yes.
All right. Now the analogy doesn't have nothing to do with Jay-Z and Nas, but this is how I'm gonna tie it in. So when we compare jungles to gardens, we realize that the jungle is way more dangerous than the garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our first what the fuck fact of today is, did you know, and I didn't know this, did you know that there's a garden in the United Kingdom that's more dangerous than any jungle in the world, because every plant that's in this garden has the ability to kill humans?
Hell no, I did not know that. And I love nature, and I'm definitely going to look that up in my free time and see what the hell.
It's called the Poison Garden. It's located in the United Kingdom. It has 100 or so plants in there that can kill you. They said that you have to reserve a tour to go through the garden, and even during the tour, tons of people have passed out from the fumes that the plants let off. So not even touching or being, exposed to the plant, but just being around it may cause you to pass out.
Okay, question. And I
Okay.
know you might not have the answer to this.
I might not.
Why do they keep this up if it's so dangerous?
Money.
And that's what I was thinking too. It was like,
Yeah.
like you said, you just hit on it. It's like it's a tourist attraction. So
Yeah. And people love, people, there's a lot of thrill seekers in the world. You know what I mean?
correct.
So I'm not one of them.
Yeah,
I would take a picture of the front gate. The front gate looks pretty cool to this garden. But other than that, I'll holler at y'all when y'all get out. If y'all,
you better than me. I ain't going nowhere near that.
I mean, well, where my camera set up, I got the long Katie nose lens. You know what I'm saying? So I could be about a few 100 feet away. And,
Okay.
yeah. So that was the first one. The second one, the last one is this has to do with politics. This was real funny to me somewhat. So when presidents get sworn in, right?
Okay.
Whoever they're married to or whoever they're dating becomes the first lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you know how the government, at least for the most part, politics, they tend to not like and they want to stray away from like the homophobic agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this what the fuck fact is, did you know, and I didn't know this either, did you know that there was a lesbian as the first lady of the United States before?
No.
All right, so let me explain how this happened. So, Grover Cleveland, and this was late in the 1800s, won his presidency, but because he was single and not married, your immediate female sibling, if you had one, is sworn in as the first lady.
Wow.
And his only sister that he had was a lesbian and was married to a female.
That's crazy.
Those are your two what the fuck facts of today. What do
I
you think?
appreciate that. That's great shit right there. That's great shit right there.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
No problem. No problem.
And so now we can get into the big ups. Do your thing.
I got a few big ups, and I'm gonna swing to you if you got a few big ups.
Okay.
But no order, not like that. But big ups to Candace Parker, first female on the 2K cover.
Yeah, big ups.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Another big up to Chris Middleton. We didn't talk about him too much while we were talking about that whole breakdown. And that's
Yeah.
crazy. He dropped 42.
Crazy.
So I mean, there was a whole thing about, you know what I'm saying? Is he a Batman? Is he a Robin? Fuck it, he balled out.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I think this probably my second to last one.
Okay.
Shout out to Maria Taylor.
Okay.
I just want to big up black women doing their thing. Dylan, you ain't let none of that phase. You still doing your job. I am Malik Andrews, 2 for 1 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And my last big up is big up to us for our first episodes of Head to the Hill podcast.
Facts. I was gonna big up us too and shit. Yeah. Yeah, definitely is real dope, young. I'm a big up. You know what? I'm a big up Chris Middleton too, because we spent about damn near 10 minutes talking about that game, and he should have been the focal point. And we kind of just like, yeah, we know he scored 42, you know what I'm saying? And then what else? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Personally, shout out to we watched the WNBA All-Star game yesterday. I want to say shout out to them before I shout out a specific female from that game.
Definitely.
Shout out to them for that form. That's a cool format. The Team USA versus the WNBA All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that the NBA might want to look at. You know, I mean, at least on those years where it's gonna
Team USA.
Yeah. So like this year, that would have been like, how cool would that would have been?
That'd have been sweet. Like I said, like how we talked about watching the game, it was a lot of first time people. And it'll be a good way to get more people involved into the game because like so many people missed the All-Star game. Like there was no Trae Young. Look how great of a year he had. It's like crazy. He didn't make the All-Star game. And like I said, it's a way to spice up that game because that game gets kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? When they don't add a flavor, some spice to it, some flair.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them for being like, you know, we rag on them all the time. but yeah, after actually checking the product out, like I mean, we watch it, but actually like processing it. It was like, yeah, that's a great idea for them to what they did. And big up to Liz Cambridge. Did you see that stallion?
Yes, yes, yes.
Just a tall glass of milk.
Yeah, definitely beautiful young lady.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to her. Like that's my new WNBA card. It was actually like 2 or 3 of them actually. But she's going to be like the forefront going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Long as you stay away from you know who, man.
What was that?
Skylar Diggins Cavanaugh.
No, I don't think that's her last name, but
in my head, it is.
Yeah, you can have Skylar. That was a few years ago for me, but yeah, you can. I'm good now. After the 3 I
Man, that's
seen
your
last
old
night.
work.
Yeah, I used to like Skylar when she
That's
was
your
like.
old work. Damn.
I used to like Skylar when she was in college. Like,
Yeah, same.
yeah, so he kind of just need some new juice. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, man, shout out to us. This is our first official episode. Head for the Hills podcast. Definitely look forward to the greatness. You know, we got this chemistry that we've been working together for years at this point. You know what I'm saying?
And like I'm thinking in the back of my head, not to toot our horn, like this episode has been amazing.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't wait to hear this back.
Yeah, this is definitely fire. Like you could just feel when you got something special going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, before we leave, any other things that you're working on you want to shout out?
Nah, I ain't working on that right now. I'm chilling. And hopefully I stop bullshitting and I can announce something in future episodes. But I'm chilling for right now.
Okay.
Go check out my bros, 4 of a kind. They still working over there. Hopefully after this code I can get back with them.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, he always got you still 4 of a kind too. He always got the invite extended. Yeah, go support that. I got 2 other podcasts. We got the Breaking in Narrative podcast where we kind of talk about more, serious matters and whatnot. Even though we still like crack jokes, we don't really touch on like current events and things like that. Mm-hmm. Just like life lessons and little nuances among them branches of trees. And then my TED Talks podcast where I interview like a lot of talent from the DMV area. So y'all listening, go check those out. YouTube, Instagram, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And really appreciate my bro, young Eli.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Glad we came and did this. We've been talking and we're doing it.
Yeah, facts. And this is a Head for the Hills podcast. Gotta get a little logo or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Logo, cover art.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a few minutes, I'm guessing, off air. And got anything else you need to say?
Nah, man. That's it. Thanks for listening. Tell y'all friends about us.
Facts. And we out.
Peace.